Assalamualaikum to our respected lecturer, Dr. Sharifah, and everyone. We are from RBA 2435B and we will be presenting about the toxic work environment and its effects on employee well-being. So, what is toxic work environment? According to Russell and his co-authors, 2021, a toxic workplace environment is characterized by narcissistic behavior, offensive or aggressive leadership, intimidating behaviors from managers or colleagues, and instance of harassment, bullying, or ostracism. Meanwhile, Cherlin and Santoso 2022 define toxic work environment as a harmful workplace setting that exploits employees' physical, emotional, and mental well-being to maximize their efficiency and enforce their roles as obligations. Next, employee well-being, as described by Sarah 2023, can be generally defined as the overall quality of an employee's experience and performance within their work environment.
Workplace harassment is a serious issue, especially in toxic environment. Between 2013 and 2017, PDRM reported over 1,200 sexual harassment cases, with 79% of victims being women. In 2022, the Women's AIDS Organization found 62% of women had faced workplace harassment. One form is harassment, like threats, humiliation, or verbal abuse, which create fear and harm employees. Another is denying reasonable requests by forcing employees to overwork, sacrifice personal time, and take on tasks outside their role, leaving them vulnerable to exploitation. Workplace bullying involves repeated use of power through verbal, physical, or psychological harm. When intentional and ongoing, it creates toxic environments, harming individuals and teams alike. So, the causes of workplace bullying and harassment includes a lack of awareness and conflict resolution training, favoritism in promotion or workload that leads to resentment, and poor communication which foster misunderstandings and hostility.
Next, the effect of toxic work environment on employee well-being. The effects of workplace harassment are serious emotional and mental stress, where employees often experience constant anxiety, depression, and feeling of insecurity that affect their well-being. This situation also causes employees to lose their self-confidence, thus impacting their ability to function well in daily tasks. As a result, employees' motivation to work will decrease drastically, which ultimately results in a decrease in overall work performance and have a negative impact on organizational productivity. Next, the effects of workplace bullying are a decline in physical health. Victims often feel unsafe and afraid to be at work due to prolonged emotional and mental stress. This situation can lead to chronic stress that causes a decrease in work performance accompanied by physical health problems such as insomnia, high blood pressure, and migraines that can become increasingly serious if left untreated. In the long run, employees who are bullied tend to feel marginalized and lose the confidence to continue engaging in important tasks, which can lead to a decline in their performance and ultimately cause them to choose to quit their jobs.
Next, advantages of addressing toxic work environment. Firstly, it enhances organizational performance. When addressing toxic work environments, improve teamwork and improve employee creativity, leading to the highest productivity. For instance, reducing workplace conflicts such as absenteeism and turnover help a company save on recruitment costs and increase employee efficiency. Another one is improve employee well-being. When addressing toxic behavior in the workplace, reduce stress and anxiety, significantly improving employees' emotional, mental, and physical health. For example, a company that introduced wellness program and conflict resolution training saw a noticeable decline in employee burnout. Healthier and happier employees became more engaged and motivated, contributing to a positive and productive work culture. Next is disadvantages of addressing toxic work environment. Firstly, is resistant to change. Addressing toxic work environment often disrupts existing norms, leading to the resistance from those who benefit from them. For example, leaders or employees who have engaged in a favoritism or other toxic behavior might push back against new policy, creating tension within them. Addressing the unfairness or inequity in work distribution causes discomfort to people who perceive gains as a loss. Such resistance may slow down the process and may there be friction during some time which might hinder the efforts of improving the company workplace health and culture. Lastly, potential costs. Addressing workplace toxicity can be financially demanding. It is expensive to organize training programs, to hire mediators, or to acquire conflict resolution equipment. Sometimes more investment are needed. This is the case when the organization decides to change some of its policy or introduce changes to its system. In the case of small organizations, the expenses can be particularly challenging, impacting short-term financial stability.
Now, moving on to the recommendations. The first one, establish clear policies. Organizations should create and enforce reliable anti-bullying and harassment policies. These policies must clearly define inappropriate behaviors such as verbal abuse, humiliation, and exclusion, and outline disciplinary procedures to ensure accountability. A well-defined framework ensures everyone understands acceptable workplace conduct. Next, to promote awareness and training, provide regular harassment and bullying training for employees and management. This session should focus on recognizing, preventing, and responding to toxic behavior. Training helps foster a safer, more inclusive workplace culture by equipping staff with the tool to address this issue.
In conclusion, a toxic work environment harms organizational performance by causing employee disengagement, reducing productivity, and increasing turnover costs. Addressing workplace toxicity is essential to protect employees' well-being and improve engagement, motivating them to achieve personal and organizational goals.